4 days, that is all it took for Gen Zs to bring down Nepal's government. No political parties, no traditional leaders, just angry young people with smartphones. On September 4th, the government bans social media. By September 8th, the Prime Minister resigns. This isn't just about Nepal. This is a blueprint of how our generation changes the world. It started with a TikTok video. The daughter of a politician flaunting her luxury lifestyle while regular Nepalis couldn't afford basic food. Sounds familiar, but this wasn't just another Eat the Rich moment. Gen Z in Nepal have been watching their politics kids live like royalty while they struggle to find jobs, afford education, and even get reliable electricity. Then came the breaking point. On September 4th, the government banned social media platforms to maintain social harmony. Big mistake. Huge mistake. Because what happened next revealed something that terrifies governments worldwide. Gen Zs don't need permission to organize. Here's what the government didn't understand about our generation. We have been digital natives since birth. A social media ban to us is like cutting off oxygen. Within hours, young Nepalis flood into VPNs, Signal, and Telegram. But something different happened. Instead of complaining online, they started coordinating offline. Meet at Maitighar at 2 p.m., bring water bottles and first aid. Stay peaceful but stay loud. By September 5th, hundreds gathered. On September 6th, thousands. By September 7th, the entire capital was paralyzed. But here's what made this different from other protests in history. No leaders, no political parties, no organization structure. Why did this work so fast? Because Gen Z's brains are literally wired different for collective action. Traditional protests need weeks of planning, permits, formal leadership. We organize in group chats and show up in real time. Gen Zs have been practicing mass coordinations basically their entire lives through online gaming, viral challenges, cancelling celebrities. They've applied those same skills to overthrowing governments. Research shows that Gen Zs have higher empathy activation and faster response to perceived injustice. When we see unfairness, our brains react more intensively than other generations. But here's the key difference. We don't wait for someone else to fix it. We crowdsource solutions in real time. In Nepal, protesters used encrypted apps to share legal aid contracts, medical assistant locations, safe house coordinates, and real-time police movement updates. They were not just protesting the system, they were replacing it as they went. Nepal isn't alone. In the past 2 years, Gen Zs have toppled and challenged governments all across the globe. Back in Sri Lanka, in 2022, Gen Z protesters stormed the presidential palace. In Bangladesh, student movements forced major reforms. In Kenya, Gen Z revolution trended globally. This pattern is indicated everywhere. First, economic frustration builds. Second, social media becomes organizing tool. Third, leaderless networks form rapidly. And fourth, governments respond with heavy-handed tactics. And what happens next is that this backfires spectacularly. But why is this happening now? Because we are the first generation in modern history to be economically worse off than our parents. We have more education but fewer opportunities. We can see global inequality instantly through social media. And we have the tools to coordinate responses faster than any generation in history. Every government that treats us like children has to learn that Gen Zs have grown up. So what's the actual playbook? Because this is happening too consistently to be coincidence. The step-by-step breakdown is as follows. In the first step, there's digital coordination. Use of encrypted messages and VPN networks. Governments can't monitor what they can't access. Step 2 is decentralized leadership. No single leader to arrest or compromise. Everyone leads in their own network. Third step is rapid response. From idea to street action in hours, not weeks. Speed prevents government counter the organization. Fourth, media amplification. They document everything. International attention protects protesters from government pressures. And fifth is economic pressure. Target the economy, not just politics. Shut down commerce until demands are met. In Nepal, this formula worked perfectly. On day 1, digital organizations, despite social media ban, formed. Day 2, decentralized protests across multiple cities happened. Day 3, international media attention and economic disruption took place. And on day 4, government capitulation happened. They weren't following the old revolution rules. The Gen Zs were writing new ones. Here's what every government is realizing right now. Gen Z isn't just politically engaged, we are politically powerful. We vote at higher rates than expected, we organize faster than anticipated, and we are not waiting for our turn to lead. But the real revolution isn't in the streets, it's in our expectations. We expect transparency, authenticity, and immediate action on issues we care about. Nepal was just the beginning. The Gen Zs are not asking for a seat at the table anymore, they are building their own table. The question isn't whether this will happen in more countries. The question is, are you ready to help build the world which Gen Zs deserve? 4 days in Nepal changed everything. What could Gen Zs do in 4 days where you live? Let me know in the comments. What would you change if you had the power?